everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having a lovely day today. So for today's video, I'm very excited. I'm going to be doing a full face of Charlotte Tilbury. I pretty much have almost everything for a full face. There's a few things missing that I'm just gonna fill in the gaps with here and there, but you know, I've been falling in love with Charlotte Tilbury makeup recently. Everything I've ever tried from them, I've really enjoyed, so I wanted to know what it felt like to have a full face of Charlotte Tilbury on my face. And I'm hoping I'm gonna love it, because if not, I'm gonna be gutted. So just before we get into this video, don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more from me. I upload every Monday and Saturday and sprinkle in a few surprise videos here and there. We cover everything on this channel, from project pans to beauty to makeup to fashion to vlogs to hauls, all that stuff. You'll find that here, so if you don't want to miss out on that, make sure you subscribe. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and without further ado, let's just get into it. So for starters, I have a little sample size here of the Wonder Glow Instant Soft Focus Beauty Glow Primer, because I spent so much money on Charlotte Tilbury. They added in a few free gifts, which was nice. So this primer is super glowy, which I'm a little bit scared about, and it always leaks out of this packaging, which isn't the best for me personally, but I kind of have another product in here that is kind of like a primer, so this might not be smart, but it's fine. It's absolutely fine. So it's super glittery in my hands, by the way. Oh my god, I'm actually a little bit nervous. Ooh, it feels very smooth. Oh my god, that feels really nice. Okay, so I've just pulled my mirror a little bit closer so I can have a little bit of a closer look. I can see tiny little glitter particles on my face, but honestly, you wouldn't really notice them unless she was like this up close to my face, which if anyone's that close to my face, can you please move out of my way? But yeah, it feels really nice. It's kind of hot. I don't know whether it's my moisturizer underneath, but it felt really nice to apply. So yeah, and I feel like it's got like a nice little subtle glow already, which is nice. One thing I will say is when I was blending it in, it started to like pill up a little bit, so don't blend it too much. I feel like just kind of blend it on, and then once you're kind of happy, just leave it. Don't keep blending in, because it did start to pill up a little bit. So yeah, first impressions on that, I really like it. So I don't have anything brow wise from Charlotte Tilbury, so I'm gonna quickly do my brows and then I'll be back for everything else. So I'm back and my brows are done. I just used the BH Brow Duo powder and the ABH Brow Freezer. I'm not the biggest fan of my brows today, I'm not gonna lie, but we're just gonna skip on past that. So the next product I have to test is the Hollywood Flawless Filter. I have the shade 1 Fair. Also, if you can hear like roadworks and stuff going off outside, I'm so sorry. They weren't doing that before I started filming, so yeah, love that for me. I've heard so many people rave about this. Some people use it as foundation, some people use it as a primer. I'm kind of using it as like a little step before my foundation, because I wanted to use the primer as well. So hopefully there's not going to be too much glow on my face. So I think I'm literally just going to swipe this straight on my face. I have no idea how much I'm supposed to use, so hopefully that's not too much. And I'm just going to blend it out with a brush because I don't really know whether to do it with my hands or not. Now, I know people use this as like a product to put on as like a no makeup look kind of a product. Like some people use it as foundation, but I do like the way it looks. It's making my skin look very dewy, like as I'm hoping you can see on camera. I just don't think I would personally use it on its own. And I know some people only put it on like the high points of their face, but seeing as I use like a lot of powder because I have quite oily skin, I'm hoping this is really going to glow from underneath my foundation. That is what I'm hoping for, but I love how that looks. It just really has made my face look really glowy. I actually really do like that product. I'm excited to use it a little bit more, test it out a little bit more and see kind of how I personally like to use it, but so far so good. I do actually love how that is making my skin look. So the foundation that I have is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation. I have used this before, so I know that I like it. So if anything goes kind of wrong here, I know it's either the primer or the flawless filter I have on underneath, because I love this foundation. It is one of my favorites. So yeah, if this all goes wrong, it's not the foundation's fault, because this foundation is a trusty one for me, and I know that I love it. So I usually just pump this on the back of my hand and go straight in on me face, and I am just really hoping to see the glow from underneath. That is what I'm hoping for. So I did almost buy the, is it called the Beautiful Skin Foundation? I think it's called, that everyone is going on about at the minute, just because I really am getting more into like my glowier foundations, because I feel like I've found a way how to make it work on my oily skin, and I do prefer the way dewy foundations look. I don't always want my makeup to look so matte. The only time I ever want it to be matte is when I know I need it to last as long as possible. So I did almost buy that foundation, but I just thought this gives everything a fair shot, and if anything kind of doesn't go on properly over top, it's not the foundation, because I know I do like the foundation. So I'm just having like a close-up look of my skin, and I will say it definitely does look a little bit dewier. I can definitely see that it's making my skin look dewy, so that's really good. So the flawless filter, I'm gonna have to try a little bit more just to see how it works with other foundations as well. But yeah, my skin looks lovely. There is a few places where I would want a bit of extra coverage, because I'm having a little bit of trouble with acne at the minute. So yeah, I'm always down for a little bit more coverage, but I feel like for now that will do, because I don't want to go in with too much of a full coverage base. Everyone has pimples, you know? Yeah, I'm happy with how my base is looking. It's not picking up on any dry patches. I'm not seeing any texture picking up, and I haven't shaved my face in a while, so I do have like a little bit of hairs on my mustache area, I guess. Just above my lip, I have some little baby hairs coming in, and it's not like sticking to them or anything and looking weird. Yeah, I'm really enjoying the way my base is looking right now. It's different for me, which is why I feel like I don't really know what to say, because it's new for me and I don't really know how to react. So usually now I would go in with cream bronzer, but I don't have a cream bronzer from Charlotte Tilbury to try, but I do have a Glowgasm Beauty Light Wand. I have the shade Pinkgasm, and this is brand new, so I'm really excited to try this. I have no idea how much I need, but hey ho, you live and you learn. So I guess I'm just gonna squeeze some of the product up. Oh, I'm squeezing it and you have to actually turn it on. That is a good idea. That is a really good idea. I didn't know that. Oh, it's all coming out the top. I'm so excited to try this. I have no idea how this is going to go, but apparently it has like a little bit of highlighting properties in it. I think I'm just going to go in with the 2 dots, and hopefully that's okay. So I'm just going to go in with my Real Techniques. This is an expert face brush, I think, to blend this out. The little dots had like very shimmery, like highlightery-ish finish to them. So yeah, I'm excited to see how this is going to look. I think I may have took a little bit too much. Oh my goodness. I feel like this would look less insane if I had a little bit of bronzer on, but I'm sure it will all come together. I am liking the finish of it though. I definitely took a little bit too much. You definitely don't need as much as what I put on, 100%. But I love the finish of them. It definitely has that like glowy finish to them, which is nice. It's not like picking up my foundation or anything. It's just applying really nicely. I love the shade as well. Very pigmented. Yeah, I can't wait to try this when I have a bit of cream bronzer on. Just take any excess on my forehead, because I always do this anyway. I really like how that looks. And I think that obviously once I have my powder bronzer on, it will look less insane. Right now it's looking a little bit crazy. But yeah, I really like it. And at least I know next time she's pigmented, so be cautious. So I'm just going to go over that with my sponge just to make sure it's all blended and not looking too harsh in any areas. So pretty. So the next product I have to try, safe to say I am very excited. So it's the Magic Away Liquid Concealer, and the reason I'm so excited to try this is because I'm really on the hunt for my new favorite concealer, and I'm really hoping that this one is going to be good. So it has this really cute little sponge top applicator, and I'm not sure if this is like full coverage or anything like that. Again, I just got the shade 1 Fair, and I'm going to go in with not too much because I actually don't like a lot of concealer under my eyes, but I'm really hoping this is going to work for me and not look horrible under my eyes. You just twist the bottom and I guess the concealer comes through. I'm scared to twist it too much in case loads comes out and then I waste it. Okay, it's starting to come up now. Okay, so we've got some concealer to work with. Let's just go straight in with this. Okay, that is a lot of concealer. I am going to use what's left to carve out my eyebrows in a minute anyway. So I'm just going to go in with my sponge like normal, and hopefully this blends out okay. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, stop it. Okay, so far it's not looking cakey at all. The coverage is really nice. No, stop it. I hope once I powder this down, it still looks like this. I'm excited. I might have found a new concealer that I actually enjoy. Please. Okay, so I am loving how this is looking under my eyes. So just quickly, I'm just going to carve out my eyebrows with the same concealer. And then we're going to powder it down. And please let this powder down nicely. So quickly before I start to crease up, I'm going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish powder, and again I have the shade 1 Fair. And I'm going to set my under eyes first just because I don't want them to crease up. I don't think I've ever used this powder for my under eyes because it has like a little bit of a pigment to it, so it has like a little bit of coverage. So I don't know, but hopefully it works well with this concealer and it doesn't like adjust the colour too much because I am liking how my base is looking right now. I do think I should have done the blush after the concealer though. I have used this powder before and the first time I used it I did really like it, so hopefully it works well for me today. Okay, my under eyes are not looking cakey. Ooh, I'm excited. Just quickly whilst I'm setting my under eyes, one thing I will say about the concealer is I'm not a big fan of the applicator. Like, a lot of the product is just left on there and now I kind of have to put the lid on, and I know it's going to get all like grotty under there, so I'm not the biggest fan of the applicator, but I am a big fan of the concealer so far. I'll see how well it lasts throughout the day. And obviously I'll have to try it with like different powders and stuff as well. But so far so good, guys. I'm loving the way this is turning out. The true test is going to be if my skin still looks a little bit glowy even once I've powdered. So hopefully we're still going to be able to see a little bit of a glow from underneath because I am really loving the way this is looking. But obviously I want it to last. So hopefully we'll still have some glow on the go. Just going to go in with a bit of a bigger fluffy brush just to get this set a little bit faster. I like to use the smaller brush for like certain areas of my face. And then just go in with the big brush afterwards. Do you know what? My skin isn't looking completely matte, you know? Ooh. I'm usually much more of a loose powder kind of girl just because I feel like they set my face a little bit better and quicker, and usually the product lasts me longer. But this does look nice. Okay, so I'm just having like a quick look at my face and it does feel really nice and set in place. It doesn't feel too tacky or anything anyway. It doesn't feel like it's going to move. And my under eyes, are not looking cakey so far. I'm just really hoping that they stay set in place because I'm really trying not to use too much powder under there. I can still see a little bit of a glow on my skin. I feel like it's kind of hard to see on camera, but in person there is definitely still a little bit of a glow on my face, and I'm just kind of loving how this makeup is looking right now. So far, definitely so good. So then to set my face, I'm going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Setting Spray. And I love this setting spray. I've used it so much and I love it. It definitely keeps my makeup on all day. I really, really do love this stuff. I keep saying I really need to get one of them handheld fans and then just never buying one. Oh, I'm so happy with how my base is looking right now. And I'm not gonna lie, I think a lot of it is how dewy my skin still looks. My skin never still looks like this after I powder, like very rarely. It's usually only when I get a foundation that doesn't really need to be set that much that my skin will look like this. The thing I'm most excited about to see how it's going to wear all day is definitely the concealer. So then the next thing I have is this Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush bronzer. I again have the shade, can you guess? One Fair, and it is a beautiful shade. The mirror is amazing. I could literally do my full face of makeup in this mirror. In fact, I don't know why I haven't. I have used this bronzer a few times and I don't know. I don't think it's my favourite. I think I should have got a different shade. I think this shade, even for me, is just a little bit too pale. It takes too much building up for my liking. I'm very much a slap it on kind of person and blend it away as best as I can. But hopefully today it wears a little bit better for me. I think now that I know that I like the Glowgasm, the Beauty Light wand, I definitely am more inclined to go and try the bronzer shades that they have because honestly I love how that is looking. Even after like powder and stuff, it looks amazing, and it really is just leaving a glow from underneath, which is beautiful. And I've definitely been a lot more into my cream blushes at the minute. Cream products in general are taking over my life. That is kind of what made me fall back in love with makeup, and I think it's because it's like nothing I've ever done before, because I was always so scared of using cream products because of my oily skin. See, I just feel like this bronzer needs building up like so much for me, which I just like, ugh. I love applying blush. Like I could go in with blush over and over and over and over again, and often I go way too ham with the blush, but yeah, bronzer is just a little bit boring to me. So going back in and in and in and in with bronzer just gets a little bit boring for me. So that is all of the Charlotte Tilbury products that I have to try. I do also have this little blush here. It is a cream blush in the shade 2 medium. It is beautiful. I tested this out recently. I absolutely love it. But I actually am really liking how my skin is looking just with that Glowgasm blush on underneath. So I'm actually not going to test that out today because I want to see how the Glowgasm blush wears all day. So now I'm just going to quickly go in and do the rest of my makeup, and yeah, then I'll be back to give you guys like my final thoughts and like a few close-ups of how my makeup is looking. So yeah, I'll be back in a little bit. So I'm back and my makeup is done. I just kind of went for like a more natural kind of mascara look, just a glossy lip, you know, the usual, just kind of everyday kind of a vibe. So now I thought I would quickly just run through the products because I am loving how my makeup is looking, by the way. If I just grab my mirror, I'm actually loving it. Like my under eyes are creasing a little bit, but I feel like that's because I was too scared to put enough powder down. I think they needed a little bit more powder, but I am really, really excited to try that concealer out more. But yeah, let's just go through each product individually. So first of all, the Glow Wonder Primer. I'm excited to use this on its own and not in conjunction with the Hollywood Flawless Filter because, you know, they're both kind of like glowy products, so I feel like they both need their own little bit of limelight. But I did like how this looked, and I love how this is making my makeup glow. So yeah, I'm excited to use them separately and see, you know, if they both kind of do a similar thing. And then the foundation, obviously I know I love the foundation, I use it all the time. I love how it wore on top of the primer and the flawless filter. So yeah, I'm excited to use them in like conjunction with each other. So I love that foundation, I already knew that anyway. The concealer, I'm so excited to try out more. You don't even understand. If this works for me, I'm gonna be so over the moon. I just won't buy any other concealers because concealers for me have been a nightmare recently. And I'm over it now, okay? The powder I actually really do like. I've already tried this before. I can't really remember what I thought of it before, so it kind of was like a first impression. I like how it has a little bit of coverage in it because it just adds that little bit of extra on your face, and yeah, I do really like it. And I like how it didn't mattify my face too much. Like I still have a glow, like you can still see the glow from underneath. I forgot to talk about this blush. I actually really like it. I like how it has like that glowy kind of a finish. I don't have that in one of my cream blushes yet. Like I have the Fenty Beauty highlighter, but it's literally a highlighter, it's not actually a blush. So yeah, I really like this, and I'm excited to use it more with a few different bases, like different foundations and stuff. I really want to see how it wears, and I really want to put a little bit less on. I think I put a little bit too much on all in one go, but I do really like it. So far, like I am loving Charlotte Tilbury makeup. The bronzer, this is like the one thing that I've tried from Charlotte Tilbury that I'm just not the biggest fan of. I love how it blends out. It blends so nicely and it just looks really nice. The only problem is, it's not difficult to work with at all, but I just feel like I need a deeper shade. Like I don't think it's actually the bronzer's fault, because the bronzer genuinely applies so nicely, but I can't see it on my skin. So yeah, I think I just need a deeper shade. But this is the only product that I've tried from Charlotte Tilbury that I'm like, meh, I could live without it. So, oh, and the setting spray, my favorite. It's been in one of my favorites videos, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I know I love this, and that will definitely be a repurchase from me. So pretty much everything that I've tried from Charlotte Tilbury I've absolutely loved. Let me know what you think of this full face of makeup. I am just in love with how my skin looks today. I really am. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of this makeup look. Let me know if there's anything else from Charlotte Tilbury that you would like me to try. I haven't got any of her eyeshadow palettes or lipsticks or lip liners or anything like that, so let me know if they're actually worth testing, because I'm trying not to buy certain products because I have a lot in my collection. But if I need to test them, if they're amazing, let me know. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, that really does help me out. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss when I upload new videos every Monday and Saturday. And with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. My skin just looks so good.